So no questions. So we were in the topic of. So we were in the stage of negative feedback. Short recap. Okay. So very quickly we will recap the things within 10 minutes and we'll move to the new topic. So where is it? Yes, here. So we were in the chapter of negative feedback. So we have seen there are two types of feedback. One is positive and negative. So though positive we have not covered. So positive is used in design of oscillators and negative is used in the design of amplifiers for the high precision. So negative feedbacks in the whenever we apply feedback, how to analyze the feedback, there are certain methods. So certain methods means you have to identify the feedback components. If a feedback component, if first of all you have to identify which is the feedback network. Once you identify the feedback network, try to identify whether it is whether it is connected to the output or not, because feedback only means when it is connected to the output. Okay, so from output it can take a part of voltage or part of current, and that should propagate to the input section. Once the connection is formed between output to input via some element, that is called your feedback. So based on the sensing of the voltage or current at the output and giving input as a voltage or current, four types of amplifiers were designed. That was your voltage amplifier, transconductance, transresistance, and your current amplifier. And each amplifier has their own characteristic, that where the output resistance will be high and where the output resistance should be low. If we are doing series connection, then resistance will increase. If we are doing shunt connection, then resistance will decrease. And then based on this, the topologies name were there, like voltage current feedback, current voltage feedback, and another name was here like series shunt and shunt series. Okay, so in this, the four components of the feedback network is the amplifier must be there, then how to sense the output, that element must be there. After that, a network should be there which should propagate the signal, either the feedback network and the feedback, and the units of the amplifier as well as the network, both should be complement to each other, so that we get a individual gain, we get the gain as a unitless factor. The loop gain becomes unitless. Then negative feedback property we have seen. Then loop gain, the importance of loop gain in the circuit. Then how to analyze the loop gain, there are certain steps that break the loop. Then apply a test voltage, then calculate the output to the test voltage ratio, that will give you the knowledge of your loop gain. And from the loop gain, without considering any loading effect, you can individually calculate the gain. Substituting the gain, you can calculate what is the beta value. Okay. So this was your amplifier example we have taken. Then some characteristic of negative feedback was there, like impedance modification, bandwidth modification, non-linear reduction, and also the gain reduction. Then we switch to the amplifiers. How many types of amplifiers are there in basically? So basically four types of amplifiers we have seen. Voltage amplifier. Voltage amplifier means amplifying of voltage, that is ratio of output to the input voltage. When the ratio of voltage is there in the numerator, also in the denominator, it is a unitless quantity. Then second amplifier we went for impedance amplifier, that is transfer of impedance. Transfer of impedance means it will be the unit of resistance. This means it will be the ratio of V out by IN. Then third type of amplifier here, transconductance amplifier. Transconductance means input will be your voltage and output should be your current. Then fourth was your current amplifier. So current I out by IN. So in all the four amplifiers, we know what will be the unit of the transfer function. Here we cannot calculate, we cannot say gain. Like gain we can say for voltage amplifier and for current amplifier, but for trans impedance and transconductance we will not say gain, but we will say the transfer function value, because the a unit is existing there. So once we know all the units of the amplifiers, then correspondingly we can design the beta network based on the amplifier property. Okay, so four amplifiers. So four types of feedback was there. The number one feedback was your voltage feedback, which was applied to your voltage amplifier. So voltage amplifier, in this feedback system, the beta network was your unitless, and the network was also known as your series shunt configuration. And then based on the terminology we can identify whether it is sensing output or input. So just for recap, the when I am writing voltage feedback, this means the first term will represent your output. First term will represent your output and the second will represent your input. Okay. Another name is given by series shunt. When I am writing in this fashion, like series and shunt fashion, then the first terminology stands always for input and the second terminology stands for your output. Okay, just remember this, the pattern. This pattern is followed everywhere in every book. You will see if they are writing voltage feedback, this means output. They are telling that output sensing is done in form of voltage and input is given as a voltage. But when it is in series shunt, this means input is connected in a series fashion and output is in a shunt configuration. So in these keywords, series means your impedance will increase, and series means your voltage is being added if it is the input section, and shunt means your voltage is being taken from the output section. Similarly, the second was your voltage current feedback. So voltage means voltage will correspond to shunt and current will correspond to here shunt. Again here current will correspond to this series and this will correspond to this one. This will be this one and this one will be this one. Okay. So these were the 4 feedback topologies. Then after that, separately we have identified amplifiers. Separately we have identified the feedback network. Now we have to combine these two networks. So which network will suits where? So based on the unit, we decided which type of feedback topology will suit to which type of amplifier. So based on that, we taken all the configuration, like here voltage feedback configuration. Then in the current feedback, if we attach feedback, then what should be the units? Like if it is a voltage current, like means it is talking about the transfer of impedance. Then your feed forward amplifier has unit of ohm. Then your feedback network should have unit of inverse of ohm, that is GM. So that when I will calculate the loop gain, it becomes unitless. Always we have to make unitless AB as unitless, because in the denominator I get 1 minus AB factor. When this AB is unitless, then only I can subtract from digit 1. So that's why your beta and amplifier both are the units of both are out of phase to each other. So based on this beta network and the type of configuration, we decide the input resistance, and how we decide if it is a series, the impedance will increase. If it is a shunt, the impedance will decrease. For example, in this case, in the output there is a shunt. This means output will decrease. In the input section, there is also a shunt configuration. This means again input resistance will also decrease, and will decrease by the factor of desensitivity, that is your 1 plus A beta. Sorry, it is 1 plus A beta. Then we have seen the example. Then we have seen voltage current feedback. Again the same pattern. And then all these 4 amplifiers we have taken. So in all these amplifiers calculations, we have calculated your gain independently and then beta as an independent factor. But when we connect amplifier with some element where the bidirectional flow of current can happen, then a loading effect can come in picture. So now we have to consider the loading effect. Okay, with respect to the loading effect, whether any change in the gain will be there, or the gain calculation earlier did without the loading will be the same, that we'll see in the loading effect. So what is loading effect? The loading effect is actually the problem of loading effect manifests itself when required to break the feedback loop as to identify the open loop system. This means it will calculate the open loop gain and the input and the output impedance. Okay, so this circuit. Okay, so to study the loading effect, first we will recap that basically the two-port networks. Two-port networks are, which are your two-port network? Two-port networks are your 4 types of network. Already I assume that all of you know this two-port network. Earlier you must have heard The first network is called your Z type network, Y model, H model, and G model. Okay, whenever we are doing transistor modeling, we generally prefer this H model. H model is called your hybrid model. Z model is called your impedance model. Y is your admittance, and G is your conductance, transconductance. Okay, so very quickly we'll see all these models, and then we'll identify that which model, like our beta network should follow which type of model among all these two, so that it can have very less loading effect on the amplifiers. Okay, so that's why we need to study these models. So okay, so the first network is your two port. In the first two port network, first we'll study about Z model. So Z model is your impedance model. So impedance model, you know, this is the input section, two port network is there. So this is the input port and this is the output port. Okay, all amplifiers are of your two port network, input and output. So we also need to study beta also as a two port network. So input and output port are there. The standard equation will be, just we'll write the loop equation. So V1 will be Z11 into I1 plus this drop. Okay, for the second voltage, it is the sum of this drop and this drop. Okay, so we identify this one. So here, what is Z11? Z11 is given by V1 by I1, and the condition is that I2 should be 0. Okay, when this condition is met, then only I can calculate Z11, because we have three variables here, V1, I1 and I2. So to calculate any value, I have to substitute at least any one variable to some fixed value. So here I2, if I assume 0, then I can calculate Z11. Similarly, if I want to calculate Z21, then what I will do, I will write here V2 by I1 when I1 is set to 0. So what will be the name of Z11? We are moving from 1 to 1. Okay, we are moving from input to output. Sorry, input to output, and the unit is V by I. So what is this Z1? Sorry, not input to output. Sorry, we are moving from input to input, that port 1 to port 1. We are itself in the port 1. So this type Z11 is called as your input impedance. Impedance. What is Z21? Z21 is called as your V2 by I2. Again, it is V2 by I1. Sorry, V2 by I1, and I2 is 0. Okay. Okay, so this is also representing your impedance. Okay, transfer of impedance from port 1 to port 2. Okay, we are moving from port 1 to port 2, so it is also impedance unit, transfer of impedance happening. So based on this, we calculate Z11 and Z21, Z12 and Z22 based on substitution of I1 and I2. Similarly, the inverse of this Z network is your Y network, admittance network, and again to calculate we have to substitute the variables to the fixed values. Then is your H model. H model is your hybrid model where it combines the Z and Y. Okay, and based on this, these are the equations. And then your G model is inverse of this one, H, that is first is Y and another is Z. Okay, now coming to the actual problem, we have to know that loading effect in voltage feedback. So this is your voltage configuration. Okay, A0 is your feed forward amplifier, beta network is there. Now according to the configuration, we have identified that it should have high input resistance and low output resistance of the beta network. So one by one we will take all the two port model and we will choose which model will suit to this type of amplifier. So first we'll consider Z model. Okay, now in the beta network, if I want to model with respect to two port, it needs high Rin. Okay, if I am modeling with Z11, so Z11 is, oh god, some issue came. Okay, 1 minute. Right now I am stopping here. Some issue came. Just after 2-3 minutes again I will be online. Okay, wait for me.